Howdy. It's been a few days since I promised you this next video for Chapter 5, and I do apologize. I have been doing some research, and I wasn't quite happy with what I presented in class. And also, as a reminder, class, this Tuesday's canceled, so we're going to move on from Chapter 5. We're going to finish up Chapter 5, and we're going to move on to Chapter 8. So bear with me. I know that in our last video, we talked about the Economic Espionage Act. I don't know why this slide does not advance. I'm not going to go back over this, but I do want to go back over some of the trade secrets, Economic Espionage Act, because I don't feel like I did a good job last time. So when we talk about trade secrets, remember that we are talking about something that we can keep perpetually. It's not like a patent. A patent has a defined time period. Patents expire, then whoever owns that patent can't hold people to the patent if they try to invalidate or infringe on the patent. But a trade secret we can hold forever. And you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm so confused. Why is this being talked about in cybersecurity law and policy? Because hackers will attempt to get to trade secrets, and that is a criminal offense. It is civil and criminal under our Trade Secrets Act and our Economic Espionage Act. So remember, we were talking about hacking back and what happens that hackers do and how we can prosecute them. And one way we can prosecute them is under this. Now, I showed you this before. Don't worry about sections 2 through 6. These were the titles of that act, but we were looking only at Title 1, and this is what I neglected to show you that I've added to this. I've gone through the Economic Espionage Act, and I've taken the 9 sections. So again, if you look through protection of trade secrets and what I've put in red, so the Title 1, sections 31 through 39, and I have summarize these here. And yes, if you did your own Google search, you're going to be looking at Wikipedia, right? But we're talking about the EEA and the theft of them. And I think I've done a pretty good job summarizing here. What I want to emphasize is this has to do with protection of a trade secret, not a patent. That comes under different law, a trade secret. And the misappropriation, the theft, right? And so you look at the fines. The fines are $500,000 per offense, imprisonment of up to 15 years, fines of $10 million for organizations. So this is one of our tools in our toolkit of laws. We criminalize this. Not only is this, do you have some civil penalties or civil actions you could take, but you have a criminal. And so then you have exceptions. If the government has to lawfully do things or something like that, part of your Section 4 is part of your damages or part of the potential liability a criminal could face is criminal forfeiture. So I steal your trade secret, I put you out of business, I make $1 billion, I get caught, I don't get to keep that money. Even if I say, oh, I'll take the prison time, come out with this nice fat Swiss bank account. No, it requires criminal forfeiture of any proceeds. Now, Section 35 is very interesting because, let's face it, trade secrets have to be kept confidential. So when they get to court records, the court can enter orders, called protective orders typically, to preserve the confidentiality of trade secrets, because otherwise the civil and criminal fights to protect trade secrets, which in fact disclose them. Now, 36 is interesting because it authorizes civil proceedings to enjoin the violations. That means enjoin means stop. But it doesn't create a private cause of action. So in other words, if I'm taking your trade secret and working with it and you want me to stop, you want to obtain an injunction. It's called an equitable relief. But to do that, you can't do it yourself. In most civil proceedings, if this were a patent, you could go to the judge, federal judge, to try to get an injunction. But under this law, you have to go through the Department of Justice. Very important aspect of this law. Let's look at Section 37, extraterritorial jurisdiction. Okay, wow, we know what that is now, right? So it sets up for conduct outside the United States, and then it has aspects that doesn't affect any other civil or criminal law with respect to the misappropriation of trade secrets. So again, I've come back and I've gone through these slides and I've added 6 titles that I kind of glossed over in the last video, but we're looking at sections 1 through 39 for the Economic Espionage Act. Now, I'm going to end this video here, and actually this next video will be video 3. Thank you for your time.